Can you guys believe that this bird here costs as much as a car? All right, everybody, Greg Adam here. Here's Agua. Everybody asks what my favorite bird is in the collection. It has to be Agua. All my birds are really close to me in our flock. I love them all, but Agua, look behind you. A random picture of you. Sony loves you so much, they put you up. You're so beautiful. Agua's 8 years old. He was a rehome. A good friend of mine, Eli, at Birdman's Parrots up in Chicago, which does an amazing job with parrots, asked me if I wanted to rehome a blue hyacinth. I said, well, it's always been a dream bird of mine. So here we are, about 2.5 years later, I have Agua. Agua's family, the blue hyacinths, they come from South America, eastern and central part of South America. They live to be about 50 to 75 years old average. They can live longer, they can live shorter, depends on their habitat, of course, and their diet. Agua came to us from a family that really couldn't properly care for him. A lot of people get involved with large parrots like other animals and don't realize that parrots are a lifelong animal. They're gonna probably outlive you and could outlive your kids as well. So most people have their parrots in their will. Agua has a special diet of mixed nuts, pellets, which gives them their calcium, their vitamins, and their daily nutrition. But they also eat macadamia nuts. But this nut is so hard that it takes a hammer and a super strong pair of pliers to break this thing. Watch how strong Agua's beak is. Show them what you got, Agua. Woo! Sheer power. That bite's so strong that if he was to take your finger, it would break it. The reason why the blue hyacinth macaws are on the vulnerable list right now is because of deforestation in South America, which is destroying their homes. Poachers down there, they like to kill them for their feathers, export them out of the country. Illegal sales is a big thing, is why they're being decimated as well. We get calls every week, hey, will you come pick up my parrot? You know, I can't afford to take care of them, or, you know, it's just too much work, they're loud. Ow, I got bit, I've lost half of my finger. People need to realize they're a lot of work. We full-time care, day and night. It's almost as much as having a baby. So they gotta have the right climate, they gotta have the right humidity, they gotta have a lot of toys, they gotta have a lot of stimulation. If you get a bird or a parrot that doesn't have any playful time or any stimulation, they'll start plucking their feathers. I mean, you'll get a naked bird. He'll have a feathered head and he'll have a completely naked body because they pick all their feathers. Some people can't believe that this bird costs as much as a car, but they do. They average from around $35,000 to $45,000 depending on how old they are when you buy them, which is a lot of money. So just think about it. You might have the money at the time to take care of them, but the average cost for a hyacinth with nuts, flying the nuts in, the toys, all the food, the care, you're looking at about $1,000 a month just for this bird alone. It's no joke. He eats $200 to $300 a month in wooden toys. Then not to mention these macadamia nuts come in from Hawaii, $500. So unless you have the means, don't go out and buy a parrot or a hamster or any kind of animal if you don't plan on forking out the money every month. You got your car bill, your insurance bill, all your bills. You also have your animal bills. So we take that pretty seriously here. So all of our animals have a lot of care. We have specialty vets, and it does take a specialty vet when you're talking about a $45,000 bird. We have to fly him 3 hours away by private plane or helicopter if you ever get sick to the University of Champaign, Illinois, the Zoo Med department. They are the best in the game. There is nobody better than those people there. All right, another good tip about bird care, no matter what size bird you have, you see the length of this beak? Bird beaks should be groomed often, okay? There's toys that we give them in the cage or out here that are like a sand type toy, almost like a sandpaper, rough sandpaper, to keep their beaks, which they naturally do in the wild, obviously. They don't have a vet to do their beaks, but just like a pumice stone, really, to keep their beaks nice and clean, a little short. You don't want to have an overgrown beak. It's not good for them. It breaks off and it can cause a lot of issues. A couple other things about Agua or any other parrot about grooming. It's good to give them a bath. You can either give them a misting bottle. I like to get a weed sprayer, not used with weeds, obviously. You just fill it with nice water and you can mist them. The cool thing about Agua is he's super deep, translucent blues. He turns bright green when you get him wet. It's crazy. So a lot of people say don't pet your birds on the back because it can get them into a mating time, kind of off-throw their hormones and that. What I look around for our birds are pin feathers. So if you look in here, see if I can find one for you guys. Pin feathers make the birds itch. Usually their mates or their friends are sitting within a tree will pop their pin feathers. Let me try to show you one here. Okay, it's all right, I'm not hurting you. I'm gonna show them a pin feather. See these up here? So these are little sheaths over their feathers and they itch. And just take the sheaths off. That way their new feather comes in and it doesn't itch them anymore, you see? So whenever you see somebody like doing this to their birds, they're the new feather out and the old sheath off. They molt a lot. It's not just one time of the year. They're constantly getting pin feathers. But that's how we do our grooming. We take them in the shower with us. We mist them. We get them wet. We get all the bird dust off them, and we pop all their pin feathers so they're not itchy. So that's one big thing about grooming your birds. Their toenails. Every couple months, you have to take them in to get them trimmed. And we take them to Wholesale Bird and Cage here in St. Louis. They're awesome people up there, Dave and Tara, Megan, the whole crew. They know our flock. They know what they're doing up there, so if you're in the Midwest, they're really good people to go see. Like I said, you shouldn't be touching them on the back or under here. That can get them into mating activity. They do get really, really, really long pin feathers, like I showed you on top of the head. So Agua, right now, really long pin feather. And this is really irritating to them. So we'll just kind of take some of it off and help him that way, since he doesn't have a mate or his friends in the wild to do that for him. Other than that, we keep all of our birds groomed, trimmed, and clean. Right, Agua? Agua. Want to go upside down, have a little fun? Whoop. Agua. Oh, Agua. Can I hold you like a baby? Oh, my Agua. All right, everybody, if you have any questions for me or Agua, comment below. Remember to subscribe to us. Turn on your notifications, because we'll be posting a lot of videos coming up about all the animals. Agua. Say bye.